Hello beauties, welcome back to the vlog. This week we're talking about continuous education and continuing your education. And this is something I also often think about as continuous improvement. Years ago I had the privilege of being trained in lean methodology of this continuous constant improvement through the Toyota Motor Corporation, which was a huge honor. And there have been many people who have said in recent years, maybe it's time to get rid of lean, maybe this continuous improvement model doesn't work anymore. There's an interesting article that came out a couple years ago from Forbes that argued these very points. And I just want to share a couple of those points and talk about them with you. One of them is that we should customize how and where continuous improvement is applied. And I can understand that perspective. Continuous improvement requires a lot of rigor and commitment. To say that we're always going to be iterating, we're always going to be changing and improving and getting better is a lot of pressure for people. They might feel like it's difficult to accomplish. I believe that it's something that becomes integral in what we do, to the point that I don't think of learning and curiosity as continuing my education. It's just what I do. I do it naturally and instinctually, and it's part of me. So customizing how and where it's applied doesn't make sense for me, because I'm going to do it as a matter of course, and something that becomes part of our whole culture. Questioning whether a process should be improved, eliminated, or disrupted, I think is really good. Not every process needs to be changed. If the right way to mail a letter is to put a stamp on it, then do that. You don't have to overcomplicate everything. And sometimes we think that things need to be changed for the sake of changing them. And I understand that thinking, and I appreciate and recognize it, but I don't think it's always the case. I think that sometimes things are at their optimal level, and that's okay. And then one of the other things that they talked about is this assessment of the impact on your company culture for what lean means. In other words, what continuous improvement, continuous learning means. That it might be too disruptive for a culture to consider this constant improvement, this desire to learn. If someone asks you a question, do you go and research it right away, or do you want someone to explain it to you? If you're talking to me, I want to research it. I want to find my own answers and then come back to you and have a discussion. And that becomes part of a culture, right? Where you don't accept the facts or the information that's presented to you right out of the gate. You ask questions, you have conflict, you have discussion. And I think that's a really healthy part of an organization to challenge us to be better. We'll talk more about this week, talking about continuing education. I'll see you tomorrow.